Pretty ugly game today by my home team, Seattle Seahawks. For 3 quarters, there were no scores. We fall today 13-10 to the Carolina Panthers. It wasn't pretty, but the defense played well, and things just weren't clicking on offense. Plaquemire had a good day because he was out there pretty much after every series. Finally, once we got under pressure, Hasselbeck and the Seahawks were able to get a drive together. But at that point, it was too late, and he got sacked and 16-yard loss and fumbled. And then in the last second, we scored a touchdown, but it was pretty much irrelevant. Giving up the big 35-yard run at the end of the game, that kind of sucked too, because if that didn't happen, there was a possibility we could have gotten the ball back and tied it up or won the game. Sean Alexander did not play good at all. Another horrible week for him. I don't think you can really blame the offensive line for that. I just think, he's not running aggressive enough, and he's not doing what he needs to do to be an effective running back in the NFL. Mo Morris didn't really get a chance. They were saying that he's going to be out there every third series. Personally, I think he should take over as the full-time running back, because Sean Alexander, the one big run that he ended up fumbling the ball, and Bobby Ingram recovered it. But, he was not effective at all today, and the score showed that. This is not the kind of team that scores 10 points in the game. Usually throughout the game, we scored 17 once against the Saints, and we scored 0 against the Steelers, and those were our 2 lowest games this year. And besides that, we scored 20 against Tampa Bay. But this was a pretty lackluster game, and at least we now know that we're in the playoffs. And it would have been nice to try to win today and have the Packers lose, and maybe give us a chance to get that first round bye. But regardless, it looks like we're probably going to be able to top Tampa Bay if we can beat Baltimore next week, and maybe Atlanta as well. I'm not sure if we're going to be resting our starters coming up now or what's going to happen with that, but I think we have a good chance to get that 3 seed. Baltimore's coming in next week, and they just lost to the worst team in the NFL, the Dolphins, and they hadn't won a game yet. So that should be exciting. I'll be at that game. I don't know what we're going to do, change things up, but I think we just weren't passing the ball well. I mean, there was definitely windy conditions too, but I think we were kind of sleepwalking out there after we clinched the NFC West. There was nothing really to play for, maybe they felt like, but they did not go out there looking aggressive at all. Yeah, they had to travel all the way across the country, but that really hasn't been a problem for the Seahawks too much this year. So I'm looking forward to next week. We play Baltimore, and if we can get that 10th win, that's going to be nice. Looking at the bonuses of today, the Steelers lost at home, which was real nice. The Dolphins got their first win, and the Patriots continue to be undefeated. I'm kind of neutral on both the Dolphins and the Patriots. I could care less. I'm just a Seahawks fan. So those are over in the AFC. And in the NFC, the Cardinals lost today, which is very good. Unfortunately, the 49ers won last night, beating Cincinnati on Saturday Night Football. And the Rams lost today to the Packers. So the NFC West goes 2-2 this week. The Seahawks fall 13-10 to the Panthers. Like I said, the passing game wasn't there in the first half or really the third quarter, and the running game definitely wasn't there. The defense played okay, but I mean, we didn't sack Matt Moore once in this game, and he was only hurried I think once or maybe twice. No picks, and the first time we got in the red zone was in the fourth quarter, so that really says something. And this game kind of reminded me a little bit of the Steelers game, except our opponent was not quite as good, and we were able to compete a little bit more. But all around, this is a game that we're going to try to forget. We fall to 9-5, and I'm looking forward to the Ravens next week. See you soon.